What's up everyone, Clark Glassford, founder of My Practice Interview, where we help you land your dream job. Today I want to talk about resumes and what specifically hiring managers look for when they're reviewing your resume. You will see in the comments section of my video here another link to a video I've done on 7 key elements of building an effective resume that keeps and captures the attention of a hiring manager. Today I want to talk about what 2 areas as a recruiter and hiring manager I look for when I'm reviewing resumes. It doesn't get talked about a lot, and this will provide you information that will make a huge difference in capturing their attention, getting noticed, and getting to the next level, which is that interview. You have to remember your resume is that ticket to getting to the interview table. If you're not getting calls for interviews, it's your resume that's holding you back, and you can't have it holding you back and missing out on opportunities to land the job that you really want. So let's talk about the 2 key things here that hiring managers and recruiters look for when reviewing resumes, remembering that you've only got 6 seconds of their time before they're making a decision as to whether you're coming to an interview or you're going in the shredding bin. So 2 key elements, flow and content. So flow is how your resume flows to the reader. You have to make it simple for the reader, being the recruiter, hiring manager, to review your resume. A lot of times these days, people are starting to get overly creative with how they're putting together a resume. They've got boxes, they've got pictures, they've got columns, they've got graphs, they've got all sorts of stuff going on their resume, and it's confusing. As a recruiter, I need to be able to know when I'm looking at a resume, I'm going to specific sections right off the bat. I don't need to try and figure out where those sections are or how they relate to one another on your resume. So the flow is really important. Part of that flow comes down to also understanding prime real estate on your resume. So think of prime real estate as waterfront property, and then anything behind that waterfront property is that secondary real estate. Prime real estate on your resume is that front page. You need to capture my attention on that front page. I'm not going to page 2, and if you start having pages 3, 4, 5, 6, however long it goes, that's way too much. You need to have my attention on page number 1. So what do I need on page number 1? I need your contact information. I need a summary statement. I need your skills listed. And then I need your work experience, or at least your most current job, all on page 1. That is going to allow me to assess, based on the skills that I'm looking for, based on the experience I'm looking for, whether you have what it takes to come in for an interview and keep my attention. If you've got my attention at that point, I may look at page number 2. I may not. Chances are, if I'm doing a lot of recruiting, I'm looking at page number 1, I'm making a quick decision, your resume is going in the in pile, and those are the people I'm going to call. So that's the flow. Allow my eyes to go directly to those, really your work experience section over anything else first. Now, some of you ask me, well, I don't have a lot of work experience. I've just been going to school. I'm fresh out of school looking for a job. Well, look at my previous video. We talk about reordering things on your resume. If you're just fresh out of school and you don't have a lot of experience, then your education goes in front of that work experience, and that can occupy that prime real estate on page number 1, because as a recruiter or hiring manager, I'd be looking for those education pieces and I'd be making a decision based on that. The next thing here is content. So your content then becomes king. Once you've drawn my eyes to that work experience or education section, I need to know that you've got the experience that I'm looking for specifically based on the job that you've applied. So when it comes to work experience, what do I need to see? I need to see a position. I need to see the company you've worked for. I need to see dates that you've worked with in that organization. Then I need to see a summary as to the role that you occupied. And then I want to see your key accomplishments. So that's the most important piece for me. When you were in that role, what things did you do that you were most proud of? I need to see those key accomplishments, and that's what helps keep my attention and helps me read further. If I'm just reviewing your work experience and it's a regurgitation of a job description, you've lost me. I've moved on, and I've probably gone on to another applicant at that point. So those 2 key areas are where you really need to focus your resume and your efforts on your resume. The flow, number 1, having a proper interview template that flows really nicely, and then content, number 2. Sounds pretty straightforward, I know, but a lot of people make these little mistakes along the way and they lose the recruiter's attention and their resume is not getting noticed and they don't know why. So those are my insider tips that I wanted to give you today. I think if you put those into use, you're really going to notice a difference in terms of the amount of calls you're getting for interviews. So I want you to check out in the links below a link to my Interview Accelerator workshop. It's a step-by-step approach to how to prepare for a job interview. It's the perfect course that you can sign up for, go through at your leisure online to learn what it takes to prepare for a job interview to rock your interview. But with that comes a bunch of bonus material, and as we're talking about resumes, included in that bonus material are 5 resume templates that are built for you to get you noticed, that have the right flow and the right content that you can just populate with your own experience and your own education and build yourself. These resumes are tried, tested, and true. They get noticed by recruiters and hiring managers, and they provide results in terms of getting to the interview and allowing you to present yourself in person. So check out the Interview Accelerator workshop. I hope you've enjoyed this video today. Take all the tips. They're from a true insider, which is me. Happy interviewing, everyone. We'll see you next time.